All right, guys, welcome back here to Bleed Blue 365. Today we're going to talk about who's staying, who's going. It's Kentucky football 2021. Stay tuned. Like I said, we're going to discuss today who's returning, who's going. Man, y'all better buckle up because Kentucky football team is going to be really good in 2021. We're going to kind of put an end to this year. That's kind of where what I want to do is put an end to this football season, put 2020 behind us. Kentucky did finish the season with a 5-6 record, Gator Bowl win. So, I mean, in all honesty, man, it's a pretty good season. Yeah, that's all I can say. So let's start by saying this. Kentucky did hire a running back coach. His name is Jamel Singleton. He comes from he was a Cincinnati running back coach. The Bengals, not the Bearcats. Apparently, from everything I've not watched his press conference, but everything I see is he said that he was drawn here by Benny Snell. So that's that. So let's talk about who we know for a fact is not returning to Kentucky. Also, Kentucky is reported this week. Kentucky was parting ways with a wide receiver coach. That is false. Javon Boo Knight is actually, or Bo Knight, however you pronounce that name, I don't know, is staying at Kentucky for his second season. This past year was his first season here in Lexington. You really don't know if he did his job or not. Between the receivers and Terry Wilson, just wasn't sure. But people who are definitely not returning to Kentucky. Our seniors. Let's start with our seniors here. Drake Jackson, our starting center for 3 years. He's hired an agent. Landon Young, I think he started all 4 years, or 5. He started 4 of the 5 years. Injured up and down, but he always if he was healthy, he was on the field. He's gone. AJ Rose, I don't know. I don't think AJ Rose has been the top 3 best running backs on our team in the last 5 or 6 years. He was here 5 years. Now, I don't think he was never a top 3 running back. Maybe not even a top 4. He has speed. That's all I can say. He's not coming back. I think AJ Rose has more to show, but it's not his. He's just going to get buried in the depth chart, so he's not coming back. Boogie Watson will not return. He's hired an agent. Quentin Bohanna hired an agent. I haven't heard nothing about Phil Hoskins yet, but apparently, more leaning towards going. I think that's everybody. So let's talk about we do have two people who are in the transfer portal. Terry Wilson is returning to school, but he's transferring out of Kentucky. And then Nick Scazzo, anybody who watches QB1 on Netflix, him and Spencer Rattler both were on there. Two highly profiled quarterbacks. Both of them pretty big whiny asses on that show. A lot of talent for Nick Scazzo. He got injured, kind of playing behind Sawyer Smith, and last year, after because he was actually ahead of Sawyer last year, so he got injured. This year we held him out because of that ACL. He kind of put a video out showing that he did pretty good on scout team. And said his ACL was 100%, or still he's 100% anyways. I think it's just some bad blood there. He's never even touched the field for Kentucky. So it is what it is, guys. Terry Wilson, let's hunt on that a little more. The man was here for 3 years. Started 2. Got injured last year. And for the most part, all he did was win. 17-8 as a starter. Took us to our first 10-win season. Led us to a victory against Florida. First time in 34 years or something like that. And we did it at Florida. We beat Tennessee at Tennessee with him. He's a winner. He was off this year. He was never really a great passer, but he wasn't far off. Kind of the same as Steven Johnson that Derek Henshaw and Graham brought in. Great passers, never, flashy. Not gonna make a whole lot of headlines in national media. But I appreciate what Terry Wilson did for us in his 3 years here. I wish you nothing but the best of luck. Sounds like he's going to New Mexico. So good luck, Terry. I did forget one person who's leaving. Is a junior. Jarman Davis is leaving. He will not return for his senior year. He was stuck behind Chris Oates. Chris Oates had that medical emergency this year. That's all you know. That's all we know. That's all they put out. We know he's in a wheelchair. I don't know much more. We don't know when he's coming back. If he'll come back, don't know. We'll welcome him back. I'll tell you that. But so on to who's coming back. Gary Kennard did as a junior, and he was actually expected to leave Kentucky. He was chosen by the NFL late second round, early third round. He wants to come back and try to get a lottery pick. And he's offensive tackle. He's Mac Daddy for us. He moves piles. We'll take him. We'll also get Luke Fortner back. Another one. Surprised they ain't got him on here. The list I see. But Luke Fortner's coming back too. But he's a senior. Josh Ali, wide receiver, coming back for another year. Justin Riggs, a tight end, coming back for another year. Josh Paschal had a decision to make. DeAndre Square had a decision to make. Both are returning for senior years. Devontae Robinson's a senior. He got injured last season, the Belk season. Had to miss the whole season. Got injured in fall camp before the season started. He's come back for another year. Quandre Mosley, I think he's a senior, and he's come back for another year. So is Yusuf Corker. And also another senior, Zach Johnson, is coming back. So we're on a pretty good team. So we got what, Dotson, Malone, Kennard, Fortner. I can't think of the guy who's going to take over for Drake Jackson at center. Obviously, he hasn't played, but we're going to return 3 players this year. We're going to have like 3 or 4 guys on that offensive line. We do a rotation, and we'll rotate guys in and out of there. Eric Wolford got his hands full, but he's got 3 players now that he can build this offensive line around with a lot of experience. Justin Riggs is going to be a good complement to Keaton Upshaw for either Bo Allen or Joey Gatewood to throw to. Backfield, we're going to have Rodriguez and Kavazze Smoke, probably our 1-2, followed by I can't think of his damn name now. I lost his name. We also, we got Tisdale back there too, and running backs. McClain. We also got McClain. Plus, I want to say we got another running back coming in. Along with a good quarterback, good freshman quarterback. I can't remember their names though. That's on me though. We're also bringing in a linebacker transfer and the recruiting process. We got him and his brother. They both play they play opposite sides of the ball. Kickers, if I'm not mistaken, I think we still got Matt Ruffalo and Chance Poor. I'm kind of surprised Chance continues to stick around for that. Chance is obviously the better kicker. I don't get it. Wide receivers, we're gonna have Hayes and Hakeem Hayes, and we got a good group of wide receivers returning. They're gonna be experienced next year. I think we got Epps back too. He was a senior, but he didn't say nothing about coming back. So I don't know. I just got thinking of that. My fault, guys. But we're going to have a lot of depth at wide receiver and guys with experience. Whether they caught passes or not. The other side of the ball, we got McCall coming back at nose tackle, defensive tackle. We got Josh Pascal, like I said. We'll have DeAndre Square coming back. We got Yusuf Corker, Quandre Mosley coming back. I've even heard word that I said Corker. The other guy, Brandon Echols, be back. So we're gonna be deep. Vito Tisdale, the guy who actually knocked Echols out of the game, Gator Bowl with that vicious hit. He's only a freshman. We got guys. We got ballers. We got football players, and we're not just that same. We were Vandy, a little bit better than Vandy when Mark Stoops came here. So it is what it is. I think Kentucky and Georgia are the top 2 next year in the East. Tennessee's kind of falling apart down there. Florida, they're losing Pitts and Trask and Tony. So that's kind of where that's at. Georgia, they got JT Daniels coming back. If I'm not mistaken, I probably should have really consulted with Uncle Lou, but I'm pretty sure that you got Zeus coming back. Pickens is gone. I'm pretty sure. Even with Georgia just, they just replace guys. Great players leave, great players come in. That don't always pan out. But it's what they do. But Georgia's going to be good next year. I think Kentucky's going to be right there with them. Not talent-wise, but one thing I like about Kentucky is we develop. That's one thing Kirby and Georgia don't do. They don't develop. Guys just come in and ask to run around and catch balls. Like wide receivers, run around and take handoffs and run. They really don't develop. But I mean, Georgia's gonna be really good next year. I think a Kentucky-Georgia game in Athens next year is going to be the game of the year for the East. And Kentucky plays LSU at home. We got Mississippi State. That's our two West opponents next year. I think Kentucky can easily be, 11-1, 10-2 next year. That's kind of where I stand on that. I even have an outside possibility of 12-0. I think Kentucky can win the East next year. And they've been really close to beating Georgia at Athens, in Lexington. It doesn't matter. Both coaches are really stubborn in their ways. But we'll see what it looks like next year, and once we get everybody on campus, and we'll see how this finishes out. Maybe we get more guys back. Maybe we don't. Maybe we lose a couple more guys. I don't know. But as of right now, that's where we're at. Kentucky did go. Ended their season at 5-11. 5-6. Played 11 games. I'm sorry. Did end the season at 5-6 with a Gator Bowl victory, which is a lot better than Tennessee's, who couldn't even play because they had COVID. South Carolina had COVID. Missouri had COVID. Kentucky's one of the few teams that didn't have no game cancels, no cancellations. We played all 10 games on the original dates, except for when Florida had COVID and they switched Missouri and Georgia. But I mean, that's the only switch we had. And at one point in time we had like 18, 20 guys down with COVID when we went down to Alabama. I think we were still out 16 guys when we went to Florida. 5-6. I mean, look at Kentucky's past. 5-6 is good with a bowl victory. I thought we'd be 5-5 or even 6-4 is where I thought we'd be at this year. Not bad. When you put Alabamas, the Floridas, the Georgias, Tennessee, I mean, I had us losing Tennessee. Auburn, I thought we were 5-5, 6-4. We win some, we lose some type things. But that's all it is, guys. And I'm sorry I haven't done that basketball video either. Maybe I'll eventually do it. We'll see. But anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. If you ain't already done so, hit the like button for me. Give me a thumbs up. Share with your friends. I'm sure a lot of people will get a nice little laugh and try to make some jokes about that. Kentucky, being the second best team next year in the East, if not the best. And if you're new here, you ain't already done so, hit the subscribe button for me. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Probably next time be a basketball video. But anyways, thanks. Peace.